The LSU Tigers basketball team moved back into a tie in the SEC race when they host the 10th-ranked Kentucky Wildcats tonight at 8 o'clock in the Maravich Center. LSU will go on the road after tonight and will face South Carolina on Saturday in Columbia. LSU tonight tips off 8 o'clock, 7:30 pregame, Eagle 98.1. Here's Coach Will Wade yesterday at his press conference talking about the Wildcats.
Well, they're talented, they're physical, well coached, run good offense. They put their guys in right positions defensively. They're hardly ever out of position. And, they play to their strengths. They play to their strengths. They do what they do. And so they're tremendous team.
Yeah, I really enjoyed Scott Rabley's article in The Advocate this morning, Jordy, where he's right. He paints this as a sort of championship referendum, right? Because a win today, you're back in a three-way tie for first place. You're right there. A loss, and you'll be 2 games back with 5 to play. So, yeah, look, the tournament, all that is still in play. But if you want to win the SEC regular season championship, it all comes down to tonight in the PMAC.
LSU has struggled in guarding the three-point line. Kentucky coming into tonight's matchup is shooting 43% from three-point range on the road. Here's Wade talking about how they can defend the perimeter.
We just get put in rotation, and they hit 3 threes on ball side help. They hit 4 threes off of offensive rebound threes. There's 7 of their threes right there that are not easily taken away, but you should be able to take away 5 of those 7. We help from the wrong spots. Just do some things that are not what you need to do if you're going to be a good defensive team, or if you're going to be an adequate defensive team, and if you're going to give yourself a chance to win on the road.
Jay Billis coming up at 8:30 this morning. Billis will be on the call tonight on ESPN. LSU outfielder Daniel Cabrera and pitcher Cole Henry appear on the 55-player preseason Golden Spikes Award watch list, which was announced by USA Baseball on Monday. LSU returns to action tonight versus the Southern Jaguars. That'll be a 5 o'clock first pitch, 4:30 pregame for you on Eagle 98.1. Tigers on the road in Thibodaux tomorrow, back home to host Eastern Kentucky for a 3-game set Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Paul Mainieri was speaking to the media on Monday. Jaden Hill threw 2 scoreless innings on Saturday. Here was Mainieri reacting to his sophomore's outing.
I think we should all feel very blessed to have witnessed that, to see a young man with that kind of ability go out there and throw the ball like he did. And so now, I'm hoping that, everything goes good with him this week, and next week he might get extended to 3 innings and 45 pitches. And so these are the ways that your team keeps improving.
Yeah. So I feel like for missing one day, I guess because I didn't get to recap the weekend, I feel like I just missed out on talking about so much great stuff. Like, did I see Jaden Hill throwing 98 miles an hour the other night?
Then backing it up with a cutter.
98? We'll ask Alan Dunn.
2 perfect innings.
What his role is going to be. That feels like a closer, maybe. I don't know. That's just, the arms of this LSU team. And I just could not wait for this weekend series to get over. Midweek games finally back tonight. The season really begins tonight in the box.
2 of them this week.
Yeah, I know. How lucky are we?
LSU's added 2 more games with a Power 5 conference school to its future football schedule as the Tigers will face Utah in a home-and-home series in 2031 and 2032 for all of you
Get
that
ready.
care.
Get ready.
Out there with the addition
Store
of
up your
Utah
nuts
to the future LSU football schedule, the Tigers are now scheduled to play at least 1 non-conference regular season game against a Power 5 conference team for the next 13 seasons. Head coach of the program, Ed Ogeron, will be here. We'll ask him about that big Utah matchup coming up in 11 years.
Yeah, I actually do applaud the scheduling here, though. LSU has an exciting non-conference matchup on the books every single year. Look, that top 10 poll came out the other day, and who was it? Texas. Back in that top 10. Another top 10 win for O to tack on the resume coming up in Death Valley this year.
Brought to you daily here by Landwine Insurance on OTB, LANOIX agency.com. 749-5640 is the phone number if you're looking for auto insurance, home insurance, you're a business owner, looking for a small business policy. Get online at LANOIX agency.com. Tell them you heard it here on Off the Bench. Randy, Brian, David Lanois standing by this morning over at Lanois Insurance Agency. Scary scene last night at the Daytona 500 as Ryan Newman slid across the finish line in a crumpled heap of metal with sparks flying as his car skidded to a halt and fuel pouring onto the track, frighteningly close to the flames. The 42-year-old Newman was involved in a scary crash in the last lap of the Daytona 500 on Monday, and everybody feared the worst. NASCAR has not had a fatality in its Elite Cup Series since 2001, but this one looked a little different. After 2 hours, NASCAR announced that Newman had non-life-threatening injuries and was in serious condition at the local medical center over in Daytona.
Yeah, I mean, two things jumped out to me when I saw this wreck. First off, how those vehicles are made that somebody could survive that is unbelievable. That is a feat of engineering. And then I think maybe you start to take it for granted. I forgot just how sometimes you forget how much kind of courage it would take to be a race car driver. I mean, that is just absolute insanity. That entire wreck. I mean, he starts by going straight into the wall, which may be the most dangerous part of it all. But thankfully, Newman is okay.